Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Shafia binti Shaldin. I am from class N3 AS0021A1. For this assignment, I am going to tell you and introduce you about chemical bond. And now, let's get started. What is chemical bond? A chemical bond is a lasting attraction between atoms or ions that enables the formation of molecules and crystals. Its types. There are two types of chemical bonds, ionic bond and covalent bond. Ionic bond, also called electrovalent bond, type of linkage formed from the electrostatic attraction between oppositely charged ions in a chemical compound. Such a bond forms when the valence electrons of one atom are transferred permanently to another atom. This is one of the examples where natrium share their atoms to the fluorine. Ionic compounds conduct electricity when molten or in solution, typically not when solid. Ionic compounds generally have a high melting point depending on the charge of the ions they consist of. The higher the charges, the stronger the cohesive force and the higher the melting point. They also tend to be soluble in water. The stronger the cohesive forces, the lower the solubility. Atoms that are strongly electronegative often have only one or two empty orbitals in their valence shell and frequently bond with other molecules or gain electrons to form anions. For example, common table salt is sodium chloride. When sodium and chlorine are combined, the sodium atoms each lose an electron, forming cations, and the chlorine atom each gain an electron to form anions. These ions are then attracted to each other in a 1:1 ratio to form sodium chloride. The removal of electrons to form the cation is endothermic, raising the system's overall energy. There may also be energy changes associated with breaking of existing bond or the addition of more than one electron to form anions. Next, covalent bond. Covalent bond, common type of bonding in which two or more atoms share valence electrons more or less equally. The simplest and most common type is a single bond in which two atoms share two electrons. Other types include the double bond, the triple bond, 1 and 3 electron bonds, the 3 center 2 electrons bond, and 3 center 4 electron bond. Covalent bonds are affected by the electronegativity of the connected atoms, which determines the chemical polarity of the bond. Two atoms with equal electronegativity will make nonpolar covalent bonds such as HH. Unequal relationship creates a polar covalent bond such as with HCl. There are several types of structure for covalent substance, including individual molecules, molecular structures, macromolecular structures, and giant covalent structures. Individual molecules have strong bonds that hold the atoms together. Covalence is greatest between atoms of similar electronegativities. Thus, covalent bonding does not necessarily require that the two atoms be of the same elements, only that they be of comparable electronegativity. Covalent bonding that entails the sharing of electrons over more than two atoms is said to be delocalized. These substances have high melting and boiling points, are frequently brittle, and tend to have high electrolytical resistivity. Elements that have high electronegativity and ability to form 3 or 4 electron pair bonds often form such large macromolecular structures. That's all from me. Hope you enjoy it and thank you.